Good morning, all of you. Today we are analyzing the previous year question paper of Calicut University 5th sem paper, Language and Linguistics. The exam was conducted on November 2021. It is the main paper, Language and Linguistics. Here, the questions are divided into three sections, Section A, Section B and Section C. In the first section, 15 questions are given and you have to attend 10 questions. Each question carry 3 marks. Okay, then we can move on to the question. First one, what is psycholinguistics? What is psycholinguistics? Psycholinguistics is a discipline that describes psychological approach that helps humans to make and master language. To make or master language. It is an applied form, and in this discipline, it is described as psychological process that helps human beings to master and use language in a proper way. That is called psycholinguistics. Next one, what is a register? Register, here the question may be, what is the difference between register and dialect? Dialect and register are the mostly repeated question. Register means it is a variety of language used by a particular community or particular group of people or particular people who are engaged in a particular job. It is a language variety used by particular community or particular group of people or the people who are doing a particular job. And it can also be called, it is a way of the speaker uses language differently in different circumstances. Then we have to know what is dialect. A dialect is the variety of a language that is used in a particular area. It is based on geographical area. That is called dialect. Next one, what is logical fallacy? Logical fallacy. Here, logical fallacy means the errors in reasoning that are based on poor or faulty logic. Logical fallacy means these are the errors in reasoning that are based on poor or faulty logic. Next one, what is IPA? IPA means International Phonetic Alphabet. International, the full form of IPA means International Phonetic Alphabet. And it is the standardized representation of speech sounds. There are 44 sounds in English, and among these 44 sounds, 24 sounds are consonant sounds and 20 sounds are vowels. And among these vowels, there are pure vowels and diphthongs. 12 pure vowels and 8 diphthongs are there. So, these representation, a standardized representation of speech sound is called the IPA or International Phonetic Alphabet, and it was International Phonetic Association who devised this system in the 19th century. It was International Phonetic Association who devised this IPA. IPA means International Phonetic Alphabet. International Phonetic Alphabet, and it was devised by International Phonetic Association in the 19th century. Okay, then next one, what is allophones? Allophone. Allophone is the variety of the same sound, or the same phoneme can be represented in 2 or more ways. That is called allophones. For example, the word p in cup and pin are entirely different. These are the 2 variations of the same phoneme. Phoneme here the phoneme is P or P. P sound is different in cup and pin. That variety or that variation is called the allophones. Next one, syllabic consonant. What is a syllabic consonant? A syllabic consonant is a consonant that forms a syllable on its own. Usually it is the vowels that form syllables. But here the consonants form syllables, and such consonants are called the syllabic consonants. Example, m, n, l. M, n, l are syllabic consonants. The words rhythm, bottom, bulb, then bottle, etc. are examples of syllabic consonants. Okay, then seventh question. Mark stress on the given words. Mark stress on the given words. First one, accent. Next year, advertise. Third one, alone. Next year, examination. Here, the first one, accent stress is on the beginning. Next one, advertise. The primary stress is given on or before the word ties. Advertise. Here is the first stress or primary stress. Next one, alone. Before l. Next one, examination. Before nation, Asian. Here carries the stress. Asian. The words ending in Asian. Examination. Participation. Such words carry stress on the term or on the syllable Asian. Okay, then next one, bound morpheme. What is bound morpheme? Here, bound morpheme means the morphemes that can appear only as a part of a larger expression. Morpheme means it is the smallest meaningful unit of a sound. Here, phoneme and morpheme, difference between phoneme and morpheme. Phoneme means it is the smallest unit of a sound. Morpheme means it is the smallest meaningful unit of a sound. Here, bound morpheme means the morphemes that can appear as a part of a larger expression. That means bound morphemes cannot stand separately or they cannot form a separate meaning. They are bound or they are tied to another word. Such words are called the bound morpheme. The examples are prefixes and suffixes. Girl, girls. Then happy, unhappy. Such terms, prefix and suffixes are the examples of bound morpheme. Next question. What is borrowing? Borrowing is a kind of word formation in which we are adopting words from one language to another language. Borrowing means adoption of words from one language to another language. It is called borrowing. Next one, who introduced the term deep structure? Who introduced the term deep structure? Here we have to understand what is deep structure and what is surface structure. Here, deep structure and surface structure. Here, it is Noam Chomsky who introduced the terms deep structure and surface structure. Deep structure means it is the theoretical construct that unifies several related structures. That means it is the concepts or ideas or messages that is hidden in this passage or in the work. And the surface structure means it is the words or languages that is used in the work is called the surface structure. Next question, what is meant by syndromic study of language? Here also we have to understand syndromic and diachronic study of language. In the previous question, we have already discussed what is deep structure and surface structure, and these terms are introduced by Noam Chomsky. Here, syndromic study of language and diachronic study of language, and these terms are coined by Saussure, Ferdinand de Saussure, who coined the term syndromic and diachronic study of language. Syndromic study of language means we are studying language at a particular period or specific period of time. Language that belongs to a specific or particular time is called a syndromic study. And diachronic study, or in this diachronic study, we are analyzing language from its historical background, or from analyzing the history, or from the chronological order we are analyzing language. Such a study is called the diachronic study. In synchronic study, we are taking a particular period. It is called a synchronic study, and it was popularized by, or it was brought by, Ferdinand de Saussure. Next one, what is kernel sentences? What is kernel sentences? Kernel sentence means simple declarative construction with only one verb is called the kernel sentences. And these kernel sentences are always active and affirmative. Usually sentences are divided into 4 categories: declarative sentence, imperative sentence, interrogative sentence, and exclamatory sentence. Here, these declaratory sentence or sentences that are in the model of declaration or assertion, it is called declaratory sentence. And in the kernel sentence, the normal sentences are called kernel sentences, and it carries only one verb, and these sentences are always affirmative, and affirmative means positive, and it is active. Okay, then next one, weak form. What is weak forms, or what are weak forms? Weak form means the words having no stress is called weak forms. The words with no stress is called weak forms. For example, I am eating. I am eating. Instead of I am eating, we may say I am eating. Here am carries no stress. Such words are called weak forms. Next one, what are suprasegmentals? Here, suprasegmentals are the stress, pitch or juncture that are added over a consonant or a vowel. The stress or pitch or juncture that are added to a consonant or vowel is called suprasegmentals. Next one, what are abuting consonants? Abuting consonants. Abuting consonants means two consonants that are of different sounds joined together. The sounds or the two morphemes that are, or two consonants that are joined together, and both of the consonants or both of the morphemes carry two stress. And in such abuting consonants, first one stops a syllable and the other one releases the next syllable. Such consonants are called the abuting consonants. For example, mystery. Mystery, the term mystery. Here miss is one syllable and mystery one syllable. Another syllable. Here mystery, st is two consonant or two consecutive consonants, but here two consonants carry two syllables. Mystery. Here s and t and s sound. These two sounds or these two consonants carry two syllables. Such consonants are called abusive consonants. Here also we have to understand arresting and releasing consonants. Arresting consonants means the consonants that ends or closes a syllable. Such consonants are called arresting consonants. Arresting consonants are also called coda. Arresting consonant means a consonant that ends or closes a syllable. Then releasing consonant means it is also called onset consonant. Releasing or onset consonant means it is a consonant that begins a syllable. For example, kid, the term kid, here D is arresting consonant because it closes the syllable, and K is the onset or releasing consonant because it begins a syllable. The next one, here next section. Here comes the next section, section B. In the section B, 8 questions are given and you have to attend 5 questions. Here you have to write a paragraph. Paragraph questions, and each question carry 6 marks. Okay, first one, explain cardinal vowels. Explain cardinal vowels. It is a repeated question. Here cardinal vowel is a vowel that are produced when the tongue is in extreme position, or it is based on the level of the tongue that is raised. Here the cardinal vowels are produced, or the cardinal vowels are decided by considering the level of the tongue that is raised up to the roof of the tongue. Here it was Daniel Jones who systemized these cardinal vowels in the 20th century. Cardinal vowels are 8 in number, and it was Daniel Jones who systemized this cardinal number or cardinal vowels in the 20th century. Okay, then next question, TG grammar. TG grammar, transformational generative grammar. It was Noam Chomsky who introduced this TG grammar, and it produces new sentences from the existing one. TG grammar, in TG grammar, we are generating new sentences from the existing sentence. It is called TG grammar and it was popularized by Noam Chomsky. The next one, 18th question, airstream mechanism. In the airstream mechanism, you have to write the importance of pulmonary care and the production of speech sounds. Okay, then we are moving on to the next question, lang and parole. Explain lang and parole. It is an important question. Similarly, there may be the question of competence and performance. Explain competence and performance. Competence and performance and lang and parole, these are frequently asked questions. Here, we have to answer what is lang and what is parole. These two terms are introduced by Ferdinand de Saussure. We have already said that Ferdinand de Saussure introduced synchronic and diachronic study of languages. Similarly, he also introduced the terms lang and parole. Lang means the concept or the rules or regulations of a language, and parole means the expression or the manifestation of the language. Manifestation or expression of the language is called parole, and lang is the concept or rules or regulations. Then it is the internalized or shared rules governing a language, vocabulary, grammar or sound system. Language means it is the internalized or shared rules governing a language, vocabulary, grammar and social system. Parole means it is the actual oral or written communication. Actual oral or written communication is called parole, and the language is the shared rules governing a language, vocabulary or grammar. Okay, then next question, chord mixing and chord switching. What is chord mixing and chord switching? Here, using one word or phrase from one language to another language is called chord mixing. Chord mixing means using one word or phrase from one language to another language. It is called the chord mixing. Chord switching means it is a language that is systematically or grammatically arranged in another language. Chord switching means it is a language that is systematically or grammatically arranged in another language. It is called the chord switching. Next one, compounding. Compounding. It is also a word formation. Compounding is the combination of two independent existing words to create a new word. Here, two independent existing words are used to create a new word, and such a word formation is called compounding. For example, butterfly. The word butterfly came from the words butter and fly. Butter and fly are two independent words and they carry independent meaning. And these two words coin together to form another word, and it is called the butterfly. So such words, such combination or such forming of words are called the compounding. Other examples of compounding are blackboard, black box, car park, honeybee, etc. Okay, then next question, explain pitch and intonation. Pitch and intonation are the two terms that are used to describe music or voice. Pitch and intonation are two words that are used to describe music or voice. Here pitch means it is the degree of highness or lowness of tone or voice. Pitch means it is the degree of highness or lowness of the tone or voice is called pitch. And intonation means it is a variation of pitch in spoken language. The variation of pitch in spoken language is called the intonation, and pitch means it is the degree or the variation or degree of highness or lowness in the tone or voice. Okay, next question, descriptive and prescriptive grammar. It is also very important, descriptive and prescriptive grammar. Prescriptive means prescribing the rules. Prescribe means it is suggesting the rules and regulations of grammar or a language. It is called prescriptive grammar. It is the oldest form. It is the traditional form of language. And in this approach or in this descriptive approach, the people or the linguists tell us how to use the language and what forms have to be used and how we have to use a language. And these prescriptions are given, and such type of approach is called prescriptive grammar. And it helps people to use formal English speech and writing. Here, prescriptive grammar helps people to use formal English and English speech and writing. Here, schools aim to use or prescribe rules. Schools suggest prescriptive grammar as it enables common standard of usage. Then descriptive grammar. Descriptive grammar never teaches how to use a language. Instead, they suggest to use language for our convenience. It is called the descriptive approach. Here, linguists suggest descriptive approach. Okay, then next question. Next section C. Here it is an essay part. Here 4 essays are given and you have to write any 2 of the following. First one, what are the different theories related to the origin of language? It is frequently asked question. What are the theories related to the origin of language? Here you have to write the theories like vowel theory, ding-dong theory, fufu theory, gesture theory, etc. Then elaborate all these theories. Okay, next one. Describe the vowels of English RP. RP means the received pronunciation. Here you have to write about vowels. In IPA or International Phonetic Alphabet, there are 44 sounds. Among these 44 sounds, 24 sounds are consonant sounds and 20 sounds are vowel sounds. Among these 20 vowel sounds, there are 12 pure vowels and 8 diphthongs. Diphthongs are also called the vowel glide. Here you have to write vowels in RP. RP means received pronunciation. Here you have to write about pure vowels and also diphthongs. That means you have to write about 20 vowels. Okay. Then next question, what are the different methods of word formation in English? Word formation, that video, we have already done that video. Here, word formation, you have to include portmanteau words, then compounding, clipping, back formation, etc. All these methods have to be using prefixes, etc. Fixation. All these methods have to be included in this section and then you have to elaborate all these points. Okay, then next one, briefly explain the different aspects of meaning. Semantics. It is the study of semantics. It is related to semantics. Semantics is the study of meaning. Here you have to include the points, the different aspects of semantics that are disclosal, then lexical, morphological, prepositional, then syntactic, rhetorical, and functional. These aspects have to be included in this part and then you have to elaborate this. Okay, I think it is clear. See you in the next class. Okay, thank you.